Hello guys, welcome back. So let's continue on where we left off and talk about the actual structure of the Bootstrap template. So let's get back to the Bootstrap website. So again, just type in Google, Bootstrap. Okay, so that should be getbootstrap.com. Up here in the corner, as we're using version 3.3.7. Okay, and let's go with getting started. And if we scroll down slightly, we should see somewhere here a basic template. So let's go ahead and copy that. And let's, just before we do that, we're going to create a new folder. And we'll go Bootstrap. Oh, yeah, Bootstrap. I always seem to miss the T when I type Bootstrap. We'll open that up. Nothing yet, as we can see. Now if we go into Visual Studio Code and open folder, desktop, Bootstrap, set folder. Okay, we're now inside that folder. So what we need to do is wait for that to load. Let's do some stuff. Wait for it to continue to load. I think that's done there. So if we now right click on Bootstrap, or just go new file, and we do index.html. Okay, so that's our HTML file now created. Okay, so now let's Control V that. Now, as you can see here, we haven't actually done our Bootstrap, so it's pointing to a local Bootstrap, which isn't what we want. So we're going to use CDN. Okay, so let's go back to our Bootstrap, and we're going to get our CDN CSS Bootstrap. What we're going to do, we're just going to copy and paste over that, and then we're going to indent that link if it decides to. And last, and what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to create this down a little bit. Now it's gone. Right, so now what we can see here is we've got our style sheet with the CDN reference, and you might see this and wonder what this is. So this is basically telling Bootstrap to check that the request for the CDN is coming from the correct location, or rather the correct yeah, I suppose you could say location. So it checks the key in which we have, make sure it's all okay and not a forged key. If it is, and it's also to say that we can do a cross-origin request using anonymous. Okay, that's essentially all it is. Let's have a look here. This is for an optional theme. Nah, don't really need that. So what we need here is now our JS. Okay, because without that, some of our components won't work. So let's go ahead and add this, and then oops, and then we indent that. Okay, and also what we need is jQuery. So let's go to jQuery CDN. Okay, so we're going to use the latest jQuery, and we're going to use a minified. So essentially what the minified version does is essentially it compresses the CSS down into a smaller file, so it doesn't take as long to load. So what we want to do, we actually want to load that before the JavaScript. So if we indent that and paste that there, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit. Again, as you can see, these have got integrity file checks, and there we go. Let's copy the comment. I mean, I could just go control and then / it'll give me a comment anyway, and then we'll go jQuery CDN. Cool. So now that's saved. If we go Control Shift and L, I think I have the plugin installed. Yes, I do. This will open up a local host. So now we can see we have Hello World, but just to make sure that our Bootstrap is indeed loading, we'll go into Inspect Element, which you can right click and inspect element, or you can press F12 on your keyboard. Let's go into our head, and as we can see here, we have our Bootstrap CDN, and as you can see, it's loading our Bootstrap because it's using the CSS for Bootstrap and type less files. Less files, I won't be going into too much, but essentially another way to basically provide CSS in a more efficient manner. So you put it in less and then it's converted into CSS. Again, not too much into that. Right. But okay, so that's now our template done. Now let's go on to the next lecture and discuss essentially what's Bootstrap regards to what they call components, how we can set up what they call a grid, and we'll go from there. So see you in the next lecture.